Now it gives me a great pleasure, and it's a real privilege, to welcome General Abizaid here to Northeastern University. General Abizaid, yes, is a Lebanese American, and General Abizaid served his country for over 37 years. He was the youngest four-star general in the army, and the longest serving head of Central Command. But what's very interesting also about what he has done over the years is that, and that may characterize the new soldier that is being educated and trained now, is that he had, from early on, a very global perspective. Yes, he served in Grenada, in Lebanon, in Afghanistan, in Iraq, all over the world. But his understanding of the world drove his perception and his actions.
We do have a very interesting problem here in the middle of the Middle East that we have to work with. I think what's going on in this region has more to do with globalization than a lot of us may want to admit. In many respects, what's happening there is it's a region in turmoil. It's a battle of extremists versus moderates. It's a battle of people that want to live a traditional life versus people that want to be part of the global economy that's moving forward. We've got to help people be part of the global enterprise or face the facts that problems will emerge from those regions where people don't have opportunity. In today's information world, people can't be denied a view of the world. And when they see the world, they want to be part of it. And if they feel excluded from it, I believe it drives them to desperate measures. And we've got to figure out how to open opportunities for others in a way that requires more diplomacy, more economic opportunities, more political activities with good governance, etc., etc. And you know, I think that we've come up with a plan that's 80% military and 20% the rest of our power. I think we need to reverse that. It needs to be 20% military and 80% of the rest of the great power of this country. And oh, by the way, it needs to be joined by the private sector that needs to take the risk to invest out here, because if they don't invest out here, in the long run, it will undermine peace and stability for everybody. So I said, if the extremists ever become mainstream in the region, this clash of civilizations that many have warned about could take place. And that we need to take advantage of the time that we're in, where people in the region are fighting aggressively, vigorously against the extremists. We need to figure out how to help them in this struggle. And I go back and I realize the historical parallel probably isn't exact. No historical parallel ever is, but you go back and you think of the 20s, the late 20s, and the early 30s, when fascism is getting established in Germany. And you say to yourself, if only the world had had the courage to face it at the beginning of its cycle, as opposed to having to wait till it matured and then caused World War II, we would have saved hundreds of millions of lives. And I actually believe in my heart of hearts, and maybe I'm wrong, that by confronting extremism in the region now, that we're ahead of the power curve. We're at a point where we can, if we think about it right, where we can avoid this tragedy of the ideology becoming mainstream. You have to confront them militarily, politically, diplomatically, economically, etc. You have to contain Iranian ambitions. Note I said contain Iranian ambitions. I didn't say destroy Iran, didn't say attack Iran. I said contain Iranian ambitions. You have to move the Arab-Israeli peace process forward, and you have to continue to protect the flow of oil. I mean, this problem, these four problems, are, by the way, not going to go away with the 2008 elections. And our next president, whoever he or she may be, will have to confront these four problems. Will have to come forward with a way to deal with them in a rational way that has an awful lot to do with our view of the region as opposed to whether or not we stay or leave Iraq. But one thing I do understand is to the younger members of the audience, you will inherit this world, and how you shape it will be how we live our lives. So please go out there and do good work after you graduate from this great university.